Everyone, welcome back to my tarot. We're gonna continue reading for June, monthly readings. So I left off on Leo's reading last time in Aquarius axis. So I'm gonna continue on Virgo. Okay, Virgo and Libra. Alright, let's begin. Okay. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and if you have a stellium in Virgo, oh yeah, if you have a stellium in Virgo or the 6th house, this reading is for you. Okay, let's see what is going on for Virgo for the month of June 2026, mid-month of June, or whenever you watch this. This message is for you. Virgo. It might be a sensitive topic in the past. Okay. We have 4 of Swords and the World. Okay. Something life-changing happened in the past, and this might have been a passing of somebody or of a Virgo person in your life, or another Virgo in your life. Okay. Whenever I get the World and then another person, like a person in the image, especially on this in this position, it seems like someone is under, under coffin, and that is the ending of that. Okay, because the World is an ending on a soul level. Okay, their life cycle has ended, or their life either a life cycle or something that ends on a soul level, or like if it's a project or anything. But in this case, I feel like this is somebody in your life. Okay, or you might have experienced, or something, I feel like I can't put it on you because this is someone's death. Okay, so you might have said goodbye to somebody in your life, or a fellow Virgo that has passed on. Okay, this is in the past. Or maybe like you guys could be dealing with a burial, or for the month of June, or someone passing away, or you guys could be, like this person is on to the next life, or on to the next cycle of life. Okay, apart from our world. Okay, and this could also signify like the person is in the church, like maybe it's their casket or anything. Yeah, okay. It's kind of like a heavy topic, like um to begin reading. But anyways, let's proceed forward. I'm so sorry about that, Virgo. I hope that you are finding some solitude and rest, okay? And you're taking some time, um, to let your exhausted soul to rest and um, to have the time that it needs to recover from the loss and from the loss of somebody that is close to you, or this could mean that since Four of Swords is like rest, like bed rest and something like that, this person could probably be someone who has passed on while they're asleep, okay? And or while or this could also mean that um I don't know how else to interpret this without sounding very sad. Um, um, or this could have been that has to deal with something that you once worked with, or you feel like this has something to do with like people that you've collaborated with but ended really badly, or um and bitterness or disappointment, since we have the devil right here at the back, like trying to bind people um in pain, okay? This devil wants to bind these people that work together in pain, okay? Learn to be able to release any toxic behaviors, toxic patterns in your relationships. Learn to break that, because that this devil is wanting to take, okay, is wanting to take from our world, okay? Like, see, like by trying to feed you with drama, trying to feed you with drama and false pretense of financial independence, and um but optimism is right behind an emotional stable person. And um once you reach your emotional stability, or if you become, or not becoming, but like trying to be more compassionate towards others. Okay, so in your present time for June, you feel like, okay, you feel like you want to seek solitude, okay? You feel like you feel worn out. You feel like you just had enough. You just had enough from peopling, okay? Peopling, you've had enough peopling for the day, and you want to seek a little nook, like a little nook somewhere in your house where you can read, research, and be by yourself. And um, um, being in your solitude, or finding some solitude or solace to be by yourself and seek your own wisdom, talk to God, talk to your angels, um, and conversate with God, and see what kind of answers you will find on those silent moments, that after um, some heartbreaking truths, okay? And And after that, you feel like you're ready to begin again. After that, you're ready to begin again. You're ready to, like, from this moment of solitude, from this moment of um, being by yourself, you felt like an idea or a light came onto you, um, or maybe something enlightening presented itself to you, and it says, you know, you can't just stay in this negative emotions all the time, okay? And now you will feel renewed to bring in those ideas from what you have just realized from the times that you spent some time um, talking to God and being by yourself. And now you're ready to put in the things that has come to you from God, okay? And now you're ready to begin again. You're ready to put all your skills um, into your reality, and take some necessary actions or inspired actions that you feel like are going to change the trajectory of your life, because you feel like you have the skills and the resources that you need um, to do whatever it is that you need, okay? So what is going to be your obstacle? It came, like this card came on again. This is the card that we were looking at earlier, but their position has changed earlier the devil was in front, and now the devil is hiding behind a King of Pentacles, okay? So you might feel like you're dealing with some deceptive there could be like deceptions going on around your work, okay? And you feel like this devil is lurking around somewhere, people to people around your work, okay? Earlier I just showed you how this happened, okay? How did this person end up here and on their deathbed? And when we were looking earlier, we had the Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and then the Devil. But the Devil earlier, we also saw this guy, okay, at the bottom of the deck. But the Devil was right in front of him. It could be, I think there was something else also. What was it? I think there was something else. There was something else. The Five of Swords. Okay, the Five of Swords earlier. So there was the Devil, but before the Devil there was the the Three of Swords. So you could be feeling like something shady is going on around your work, but it could be like you feel like something very negative that you can easily shake off, okay? That is binding people emotionally in pain. So it's more like, but it's because there's a fight, there's conflicts, there's disagreements, but this conflict is getting a little out of hand, okay? It is making people possessive, aggressive, resentful, vengeful, okay? And vengeful, like they everybody's like up on everybody, okay? Like, and everybody want to stick to their own guns, and so the devil earlier was in front of the King of Pentacles, and you didn't really see the King of Pentacles. Usually the oh wait, did I have the King of Pentacles earlier? Or was it the King of Wands? Was it the King of Wands? Okay, well we'll know once we listen to this video again on a repeat, on a rewind. I thought I saw the King of Pentacles. Maybe it's the King of Wands. Well, if it's the King of Wands, oh, it's not the King of Pentacles. It's the King of Wands. Because the King of Pentacles looks like this. And I remember him having these things around his head. So it's actually a lion. So it's the King of Wands. Maybe it's someone that that plays as a boss when the boss is not around. Because I'm like intermingling the King of Wands. The King of Wands could also be a boss, okay? But the King of Pentacles is the one that handles the money, okay? The one that pays everybody. And the King of Wands knows how to. He also pays people. He also takes on his own commands. So they're both kings. Okay, they're both kings. Someone just know how to make the money, but someone knows how to proceed to make the money. Okay, so King of Pentacles, like money comes to him easily. Okay, and King of Wands is more driven and is more motivated. He's more like aggressive in the way that he accomplishes his goals. Okay, but King of Pentacles is much more methodical about how he proceeds with the way he's more cautious when it comes to spending. Well, yeah, than a King of Wands. Okay. King of Pentacles. So maybe it's a King of Wands. Okay, maybe it's also the boss, but not the boss. Okay. So the devil earlier. I don't know why I keep looping around this thing, but I felt like how I caught on where the devil is positioned could be important to you this month. Okay, you could feel like the person, the culprit, the devil. You could feel like the culprit changes their position. Either you could feel like maybe sometimes the devil or the culprit is someone that is binding people with emotional pain and the arguments. Okay, like maybe it's pitting people against each other by trying to play with their emotions, or like by trying to like make them watch how they tear each other apart. But like, oh well, she did this and 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 this, and like, oh, this and this person, this and this and this person, and like they enjoy that. Okay, and now your devil is now trying to hide behind the King of Wands. So now it's hiding. This is your obstacle. So your obstacle could probably be, so maybe this devil is trying to hide behind someone of influence, someone, um, someone who has power, or someone who has command, and now the devil, like maybe like trying to cause chaos and all this and this, and then now like once they do their misdeeds and troubles, now it goes behind the boss. And now it goes behind, um mm, by someone of influence who has commands on all things, okay? And then now they're like, what? I'm nowhere to be found. What are you talking about? Okay. So who's oh yeah, so we're a Virgo. So if you're a Virgo, usually Virgo is the King of Pentacles, isn't it? Aren't they? Well, usually they are. So you could be seeing someone's real colors this month, okay? And you might try to deny it to yourself. And either you feel like you know where it's coming from, but I really feel like you're gonna deny it to yourself once you see it. like you know that this devil has been causing a lot of trouble, but then when you come check, now they're hiding someone with hiding behind someone who has influence, okay? And um and someone that you feel like you have entrusted with power, okay? You have entrusted this person with power, okay? And maybe they're like your right hand, or like maybe someone that acts in your position when you're not in office, okay? Or like somebody, like say you're a CEO of a company, okay? And then say like you go attend a trade show or whatever to talk to manufacturers, or a convention center to expand your business and network and try to find more people to work with or expand your business with. And so this guy takes care of your business, okay, while you're away. But sometimes, you know what happens with a King of Wands? Their ego gets the best of them. So maybe he lets this devil run their mouth, or run like however they feel like they could just do, because they get permission from the this devil gets a permission from the King of Wands to do how they do, like when they work what they work, okay? And then you come back around and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And now you're like, so what's happening? And then now the devil is right behind the person that you left your company with. And now this King of Wands was like, oh, there's just so much going on. And you're like, I see that. I see that, man. We've been losing some people. I mean, out of this world. Okay. Now you feel like you have to check on them. And you don't want to do that. And that's not really what you want to do from somebody that you know you have expected them to take care of what you are leaving to them when you are away. That's just more than a responsibility that comes with trust, okay? that comes with, dude, I left you this and then you can't even do it. Like, dude, I thought you were qualified to do this because, you know, you were the man, or like you're the woman, or like you're, you know, you had so much of these qualifications. Like, how did you let that like like run a shit show or something like that? And then um so that is your obstacle this month, okay? So your obstacle, you're being challenged to really look at where things are going wrong, okay? Because, and not be in denial just because you don't want to blame yourself, or maybe or if this is you, you might have felt like you've also participated in the chaos. You've also participated in um in the fuckery of it all, because you feel like, well, that's my whole team, you know. So I mean, if I lose my team, I lose my company. And you pitch in your own bullshit, okay? um there is obsessive, toxic, egocentric that is going on and running your company, okay? I feel like everybody just trying to show their balls, who's the biggest balls, owns the room, okay? And oh yeah, the devil also likes to play like they're the boss, but like very cunning, very devious, deceptive, manipulative, um, um, devious. Like, if you let like this person's ego unchecked, or if you let them, if you let, you know, like I don't know how else to call it. Like, if you let them be, you know, have it their way, like without receiving their consequence, they're always gonna feel like um, they can just push you around, and you're like the boss. It's a it's an embarrassing thing to be treated that way. Okay, like, it's like your own team that doesn't listen to the boss, but it's also, you really feel like you have yourself to blame, because like, how did you let this happen? Or you feel like you couldn't really blame yourself either. Why would you blame yourself? It's not like you can say that, oh well, um 2089, spiritualism, can I see you? What is going on? Okay, but you also feel like you can't blame yourself, because you're not always there, maybe, and maybe you should have been, or like, it's the thing that, like, it's when you're not there, you know, like, this devil is changing their positions, and sometimes it's right in front of you, or sometimes you feel like you're staring right at it, but they're not showing you their wickedness. Or you're in denial. Or is this you? Are you staring at your worst enemy in front of the mirror? Or someone very close to you? Okay, so that's your obstacle. It seems like there's a lot of things going on around you, Virgo. Okay. Um, and I'm so tired. Maybe you're so tired. And okay. You know what this reminds me of, you guys? There's a movie. I feel like you have a tough enemy. I feel like you've let it gut into a point where it's taking over things that are yours, or it's taking over things that you feel like belongs to you, but because of this devil's mess, you don't know how to manifest your own desires, because now it has so much control. Or I feel like you're using the devil to your advantage. If the King of Wands is you, you feel like you're sometimes you put it right in front of your combat, or sometimes right beside you. But you also feel like it's a risk you are taking, and I also feel like it's sabotage, self-sabotage. Okay. Alright. Let's see what is going to occur in your present, or in the near future, for Virgo. In the near future for Virgo. Devil's doing a lot. Taking a lot. I mean a lot. It's also it's not done taking. How could you let this happen? Okay. Okay. Four of Wands in reversed. Death. in reversed, and Page of Wands in reversed. It's creating a lot of dysfunction in your home. It's creating a lot of dysfunction in your work and your home. Okay. If you don't learn to recognize who this is and where you need to say, you need to put your foot down and say, no, you don't have permission to have so much control where I work and where I reside. Okay. So it's taking so much of your emotional stability, comfort, rest, security. You don't feel as secured, okay? This devil doesn't make you feel comfortable at all, where you feel like you need to be comfortable in your own home. But it's creating negative patterns, repetitive negative patterns in your home, or where you feel like are resting, or in your marriage. In your marriage, maybe you're dealing with a Sagittarius. Or a Capricorn. Or maybe like a fire sign that could be very controlling, or it could also be very deceptive, manipulative. Okay. It wants control over your assets. It wants control over your properties. Why are you letting that happen? This is a red flag, and you're not doing anything. You're letting it have so much control of what's important to you, your work, your luxuries, assets, and you're placing it in the hand of the devil. Okay. When did that happen? Okay. And a Page of Wands. So not only that it's taking control of your work, who you're working with, how you work, how you rest, where you place your properties, who you're married to. It's also controlling how you proceed, how you take action. It's kind of like, oh no, you can't do that, you can't go over there, you can't do that. you can't pitch your ideas over there. You can't talk to that person over there. You can't no, you can't. You feel restricted by this devil. It wants control. Too much control. Okay, so that is your obstacle this month. Okay, so make sure you recognize where that is coming from, and make sure that you place the proper boundaries where you need to. Okay, make sure that it's not taking so much from you. It's not taking so much from your rest, from your comforts, okay, from emotional stability, your mental health, okay. Let's see, what or who could you be dealing with? Wait, who do we have here? How come I can't scroll on your chat, you guys? I can't see. Oops. All right. So we're gonna see. If or this could be like, okay, so there could be an ending of something that happened in the past. Okay, someone's ending that have happened in the past, and maybe that is the reason why this is happening. Okay, there could have been an ending of somebody in the past, like someone left the world or has ended, or like has, been disembodied or something, maybe they've seen Jesus too soon, or like not like that, but like like they clocked out from the world for like, and then gone, or like, or that might have happened in the past. So, and from that, this is why this is occurring. Okay. The devil could be like like a bad influence in people. Okay, it could make people like tempt them into drama, tempt them into sadness, tempt them into fights, tempt them to create this endless toxicity in their environment. What else? Where is that card? want to see what could you be dealing with this month, you guys. Okay. Who or what could Virgo be dealing with for the month of June? Blocked. Blocked. Okay. Blocked. Okay, you feel like you are being blocked. We have here the Page of Wands in reversed. Like that's where I was feeling like this devil energy could be causing you to be blocked from from making your way to the next, or here to go over there, or like to pitch in your new ideas somewhere. You feel like you're being blocked from getting there, okay? Or you feel like you're stuck in something that that where you feel like you need forward movement with, okay? You feel like you can't do what you want to do. You feel limited, okay? What else could you be dealing with this month for the month of Virgo? For Virgo, the world. The world. Maybe you feel like you're being blocked from the world, or maybe you feel like you're being limited somewhere. Like, say maybe there's some changes in your health that has occurred, and now you feel like you can't socialize the same way, and you feel like you're being blocked from socializing in the same way that you used to, okay? And then and you feel like you're not able to join activities that you once used to do, okay? Or you could just be dealing with the world, the whole world, okay? Or like the problems of the world, or embracing the world, or the issues or the current events going on in the world. So whatever the world could be going through, you feel like you are very affected by the things that is going on in the world. We have resilience, okay? Resilience is here, so good to have this card, okay? So for whatever difficulties that you could be going through, you know that you can get through this, okay? You know that, Virgo, okay? You know you can get through this. Okay, let's see. What else could you be dealing with? Yeah, you feel limited. You feel limited because you're dealing with an oppressor or an oppression. You are dealing with an oppressor or an oppression that is limiting you where you feel like you need to go, okay? Or maybe, yeah, okay, what else? Animal attack. A polygamist or polygamous. Polygamist or polygamous. What is this? Is this a polygamous dating? You can have multiple partners. Is that something you're being agreed to? Or there's some type of deception that could be going on in your marriage, okay? Or who who your husband or who your wife could be. Okay, make sure that you are being protected from any identity theft. Okay, make sure that you really put like the proper boundaries that you need to take to to have things be made in writing. Okay, who is your husband? Okay, that's written somewhere secured. Who are not your husbands, who does not have the legal right to your assets or your properties. And make sure that all of those datas are correct. Okay, or make sure that you are not dealing with shady business. Okay, yeah, don't be involving yourself in dating shady business, especially when the devil is there. Or that could also be workaholism, workaholic. Or this could be feeling like this King of Wands has been putting in a lot of work, where they feel like they haven't been resting. Okay, and or they haven't been resting very well, or they could have been very like workaholic, or you could be greed. So there's a lot of egotistic materialism. Maybe this King of Wands is driven by materialism and greed, or materialism and workaholism. Okay, maybe it's some pain that they're trying to avoid or to recognize, or maybe it's the bullshit that they want to keep distracted from, and then they feel like it's more rewarding if they put their pain or their bullshit whatever into work, because it pays the money rather than sulking somewhere and not doing anything. At least their pain can give them money. Greed. Okay, there's greed going on around. Okay, okay, now let's see, what are the external factors that are going on around you for the month of June that are affecting you or the situation. Okay, what should you be aware of that is also going on around you that you might not always be aware of, that are influencing what is currently occurring for you for the month of June. I feel like Virgo, you have a lot of things going on around you. Okay, be very discerning of anyone that could be toxic, and make sure you put your foot down where you need to. Make sure that you have what it takes to discipline those that needs to be disciplined, and not just perpetuating something that you shouldn't be agreeing to, because if you let it on, if you keep it going, it's gonna be on you. It's gonna be, because I feel like you have a lot of decisive things than you realize. Okay, okay. Flee this area. flee the drama. Go on a vacation, leave everybody else. Leave them with the drama they started with. If you can't discipline your own team, what's gonna happen, Virgo? Okay. Or if you can't discipline yourself. So there are people that, you know, that are operating in their egocentric ways, and these are all coming from their ego, because they want to humiliate one another. They want to pit people against one another, okay, for control, power, money, greed, shame, degrading appearances, and to humiliate. Like, at this point, they're like, they're gonna say all just to have what they have, okay? And maybe sometimes they don't even have the right to whatever they want to possess, okay? Maybe these people are like, not even, maybe it's not even your family, maybe it's not even, or like maybe just are trying to extra are very extra, okay, or maybe are taking a hold more than they should, in their own share, okay. Or they could, or somebody could feel like they're invisible, or they want to run away, or they feel empty or lost, or someone feels invisible, and it is playing a part in this situation, okay. Or something's being forbidden. Something is being forbidden, either a love affair, temptation, flirting, or giving into pleasure. That is also affecting this situation, because someone is being forbidden. So now you feel like you're being blocked because this person is forbidden. And now you must feel it. I'm just kidding. Someone is also being watched or observing you. Okay. You guys, my battery, my battery, ran out. Okay, my battery ran out, and then I'm also getting very tired. Okay. So where did we left off then? So let's go on. Let's see, where does the Holy Spirit want you to focus on instead, aside from all the mess that is going on around you? Okay. Let's see what is going on. 7 of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Focus on how far you've come. Okay. Focus on how far you've come. Focus on what you have. Focus on your earnings. Focus on your savings. Focus on where you put your time and your money in. Okay. What you choose to entertain. And what you choose to criticize when it comes to money. What you choose to... I feel like you're also like looking at someone else's money and what they have and how much they've saved and how much they have accumulated, aside from the ones that you need to be concerned about. Okay. Focus on what you have accumulated over time, and the assets or your properties, your savings, where you invest your money, where you put your money, how you spend your money, how you save your money. Focus on that. Let's pull you some advice. So if you have any love cards for the month of June, let's ask what that is. Let go of control issues. Let go of control issues. So maybe this is you overcoming your own control issues when it comes to love. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay. And my love card for Virgos. So maybe you have yourself to overcome for the month of June. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Make the effort. Okay. Let's see. That's comfortable for you. A hidden talent will bring you great success. A hidden talent will bring you great success. Maybe you have a hidden talent, okay, and that will bring you great success. What else? Let's see what else. Hawk. Meaning swift. The hawk is the messenger. As sudden insight or opportunity is on the horizon, be ready to act with focused speed. Maybe this has to do with hawk, or like hawking, hacking. Okay, maybe someone is trying to hack all the things that you own and starting to take control over your life, or the way things are going, or where things are going. Goose, meaning protective. The goose is a loyal guardian on the journey. You are supported by your family and community as you travel toward your goals. Okay, maybe the restrictions are only temporary. Okay, maybe it's put there because of what happened in the past. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Prayer, Virgo. This is a prayer for you, dear guardian angel. Help me to believe that all is possible through love. Help me manifest my dreams and live an inspiring and fulfilling life. Help me to feel God's presence in every moment. Help me feel eternally loved. Thank you for being always by my side. Okay, good prayer. And then, let's see what's in my messages for Virgo. Foster creativity. Foster creativity. Maybe your creative talents will bring you more success, or bring you more money, or bring you more something. Bring you more something. Okay, you get the plant lemon balm. Okay, this is what the spirit wants you to ask yourself, so that it could, create some insightful messages of what answer that might be for you. So lemon balm represents comfort, lightness, and peace. Okay, how can you invite more gentleness into your emotional world today? How can you invite more gentleness into your emotional world today? So maybe there are some things that you feel like that are sensitive topics, maybe something that has happened in the past, okay? And where are you being called to be more gentle to yourself? Okay. Alright. That is all I have for you, Virgos. Thank you so much for staying till the end, okay? I know this is probably the longest reading from all the stories I've read so far, but I can't say too soon because we're not at the end of all the zodiacs. I have more zodiacs to do until so Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn. I think I did Capricorn. Yeah. So Libra, Scorpio. Yeah, I think a few more. Okay. Okay. Alright, you guys. I'll see you guys again until July. Your July readings, okay? I wish you all the best, and take the proper boundaries that you need to set on some people, okay? You're giving them too much control on some things that you feel like you need to only be the person that needs to make this decision, or you also feel like you're also being let go of control issues, okay? Alright, however that fits on your own life. I'll see you guys again next